Hello, and welcome to Jhana G Healing. This is a spoken word reflection and mantra practice rooted in truth, clarity, and fierce love, inspired by the words of James Baldwin and born from lived experience. We can disagree and still love one another, unless your disagreement is rooted in my oppression and denial of my humanity and right to exist. These words from James Baldwin stay with me, and this is how they've come alive in my body and soul. I believe in love, the fierce kind, the kind that anchors in truth and knows when to walk away. I believe in love that doesn't flinch, that doesn't shrink itself to keep the peace, that doesn't wear silence like armor just to stay safe. You say we should seek to understand, and I do. I understand sorrow. I understand difference. I understand the human ache. But I do not need to understand those who wish me gone. I do not need to open my heart to cruelty dressed up as opinion. I will not sit at the table with those who call my existence a debate. I will not soften myself for those who sharpen their words against my skin. My love does not require my erasure. Love, real love, has boundaries. It says, I see you, but I will not let you harm me. It says, I am sacred and I protect what is holy. It says, you do not get to name your hate truth. You do not get to call your fear faith. You do not get to stand on my neck and speak of unity. This is not about bitterness. This is about clarity. This is about the wisdom that comes from being harmed and choosing still to love myself back to life. I believe in love, but not the kind that forgets. Not the kind that enables, not the kind that asks the wounded to hold hands with their oppressors and call it grace. I believe in a love that rises, a love that roars, a love that draws a line in the sand and says, here, no further. And now, I invite you to take a breath. Place a hand on your heart and let these truths settle in your body. These are not just words, they are declarations, sacred reminders, mantras for your protection and power. I am sacred. I am not here to shrink. I do not owe understanding to those who deny my humanity. Love lives in my truth. Love lives in my boundaries. Love lives in my protection of self. I can love and still say no. I can love and still walk away. I can love and still speak fire. My existence is not up for debate. My joy is not negotiable. My love is fierce. And it is enough. Let those words live in you. And now I'll leave you with this closing reflection, my truth, and perhaps yours too. This is where I draw the line. In many spiritual spaces, there's a well-intentioned idea that we must always seek to understand. And often I do, I seek to understand pain. I seek to understand difference. I seek to understand the wounds that shape people. But I do not need to understand those who call for my erasure. I do not need to stretch myself thin trying to find the humanity in someone who sees mine as disposable. I don't need to justify my existence to someone who thinks being gay makes me less worthy of love, rights, or safety. I don't need to open my heart to bigotry, to racism, to homophobia, to the politics of cruelty. My love is not permission to be harmed. Boundaries are a sacred expression of love. And love without boundaries is not love, it's abandonment. To those who preach unity but turn away from justice, I say, love demands more than soft words. It demands that we protect each other, that we call things by their name, that we stop pretending neutrality is noble when it costs people their lives. So yes, I am committed to love, but not a love that asks me to make myself small or silent or spiritually bypass my rage. I am committed to a love that protects, a love that tells the truth, a love that says you do not get to hurt me and still call it love. Namaste.